Welcome to Boost Your Metabolism with These Simple. Today we will talk about John Kreese and Terry Silver fight. Picture this. Two men, John Kreese and Terry Silver, once stood side by side. Brothers forged in the hell of war, united by a ruthless vision. Together they built Cobra Kai, a dojo echoing with the philosophy of no mercy. But now their empire is a battlefield and the enemy is within. Kreese, the iron-fisted sensei, finds himself betrayed by Silver, the man he once saved. Silver, no longer the loyal partner, has become a master manipulator, turning trust into venom. Their brotherhood has shattered, replaced by a civil war threatening to destroy everything they built. What went wrong? Their differences, Kreese's brute force and loyalty versus Silver's cunning and control, were always there, waiting to explode. Their clash isn't just about karate, it's a battle for the soul of Cobra Kai, a collision decades in the making. To understand their feud, we go back to Vietnam, a POW camp where Kreese led and Silver, then called Twig, followed. Kreese, hardened and uncompromising, saw potential in the scrawny, terrified Silver. He taught Silver the brutal rules of survival, forging a bond in blood and trauma. When Silver's life was on the line, Kreese saved him, creating a debt Silver swore to repay. After the war, Kreese founded Cobra Kai, channeling his aggression into karate. Silver built a corporate empire, but never forgot his debt. When Kreese called for help against Miyagi-Do, Silver answered, bringing money, strategy, and a taste for psychological warfare. Kreese was the stoic warrior, Silver the flamboyant manipulator. Their differences, directness versus deception, made them unstoppable for a time. But the seeds of their future conflict were already sown. Kreese provided the iron will, Silver the resources and mind games. Together they ruled, but their partnership was always a ticking time bomb. The war they started in the jungle would one day return to haunt them in the valley. Kreese brought Silver back to Cobra Kai, hoping to reclaim glory. Silver's resources transformed the dojo, but Kreese underestimated how much his old friend had changed. Silver's betrayal was a masterclass in manipulation. He didn't fight Kreese head-on, but undermined him from within. He exploited Kreese's obsession with old rivalries, quietly turning students against him. Silver's coup was bloodless but devastating. He framed Kreese for assault, using Stingray as a pawn. Kreese was taken down not by fists but by lies, carted off to prison, his legacy stolen. Silver claimed total victory, proving his brand of no mercy was more dangerous than Kreese's. He taught students to be ruthless, to win at any cost, even if it meant sacrificing honor. The man once saved by Kreese became his jailer, twisting their life debt into a weapon. Silver's transformation was complete, from loyal soldier to the ultimate serpent. The dojo was his, but the cost was the soul of Cobra Kai. The true battle had only just begun. If Kreese and Silver faced off, who would win? Kreese's raw aggression, military-trained, relentless, a tank who breaks opponents with force and will. Silver is the technician, fast, precise, a strategist who exploits every weakness. Kreese's strength is his indomitable will, but his predictability is a weakness. Silver's mind is his deadliest weapon. He'd bait Kreese, using his rage against him. In a short, brutal fight, Kreese's power might dominate, but in a drawn-out battle, Silver's speed, stamina, and cunning would likely prevail. It's Brawler versus Tactician, old school versus new school. Kreese fights to overwhelm, Silver fights to dismantle. The outcome? It depends on who controls the tempo, brute force or calculated precision. Either way, it would be a clash for the ages. Imprisoned and disgraced, Kreese seemed finished, but he's a survivor. Prison became his new battlefield. He earned respect, plotted, and waited. His escape was classic Kreese, faking his death, outsmarting the system, and vanishing into the shadows. Now he's a ghost, free, focused, and hell-bent on revenge against Silver. The dynamic has shifted. Kreese is the underdog, Silver the king. Kreese must adapt, using strategy and alliances, even with old enemies like Johnny and Daniel. Will he recruit allies like Mike Barnes, or wage a one-man war? His return signals a darker, more desperate chapter. The war for Cobra Kai's soul is far from over. Kreese's comeback isn't just about reclaiming a dojo, it's about legacy and vengeance. The final battle looms, and it will be merciless. The valley has never been more dangerous. The real casualty of Kreese and Silver's war was Cobra Kai itself. Under Kreese, the dojo was brutal but unified, a pack with a clear if harsh code. Silver's takeover shattered that unity, replacing strength with ruthless ambition. Students were encouraged to cheat, betray, and turn on each other. The dojo became a snake pit, its identity poisoned. Characters like Tori, once grounded by Kreese's structure, were left adrift in Silver's chaos. The students lost their way, forced to choose between two toxic leaders. Cobra Kai's strength, its unity, was destroyed from within. By the end, the dojo was a hollow shell, its legacy tainted by betrayal. Kreese and Silver's obsession left nothing but ruins. In a war between two villains who deserved to win, Kreese, shaped by trauma, is ruthless but direct, his code brutal yet strangely honest. He saved Silver's life and believed in their partnership. Silver's victory came through deception, not honor, a betrayal of everything Kreese valued. If victory is about sticking to your principles, Kreese seems the more noble monster. But Silver represents modern villainy, power through strategy, not brute force. He outsmarted Kreese, proving that cunning can trump strength. Neither is a hero, both are products of their flaws. Kreese is trapped by the past, Silver is corrupted by ambition. Their war wasn't right versus wrong, but poison versus poison. The true tragedy, their conflict destroyed everyone around them. The story of Kreese and Silver isn't over. Kreese's escape is the bell for the final round, a ghost seeking retribution. Now, Kreese must strike from the shadows while Silver defends his throne against an enemy he can't see. Their philosophies, fear versus control, will be tested to the limit. Did Silver win by taking the dojo, or did Kreese win by refusing to be broken? Their rivalry is a dark mirror soldier versus serpent, brute force versus cunning. The final clash is coming, and the fate of Cobra Kai and the Valley hangs in the balance. The last chapter has yet to be written,